Good morning, people. Welcome back to my channel. So I decided to make a second video because of how long the other one was. So that's going to be a separate video on its own, and then this just kind of goes from there. So we are on our way to the bus park. It is like 5 a.m. So we'll be leaving very soon. Hopefully we get there before 5:30 so we can sort out our bus issues and just get our seats ready and get ready to leave. I am tired. I barely slept. I had to wake up by 4. I barely slept, guys. I'm so tired. Everybody's getting ready. I had to wake everybody up, which was a struggle on its own, but it's fine. I'm not gonna make this video long, so we're just gonna dive right into the video. So you guys, wish me luck. So we're on our way to Jibo. First of all, let me just say 5 a.m. is too early to be doing anything. I'm not used to this lifestyle, but anyway, we move. So we finally arrived at Jibo, and then we got to print out our tickets because we already paid online. So all they just needed to do was print it out, and then we sat down for a bit, waiting till 7 when they finally took us from Jibo to Mile 2. They took us in a smaller car. Now, when we started the journey to Mile 2, it took about 30 minutes because there was obviously traffic because this is Lagos and it was early in the morning. But then we arrived at Mile 2 and then we got our tickets and then we got into the bus. There was a problem with ticket numbering because I chose my seat and then things happened and then they started giving us stories that touch. Anyway, I chose where I sat down, where I wanted to sit down, and then every other person just sat down where they wanted to. Then we sat down on the bus. By the way, guys, if you do not know, please carry 5,000 naira extra when you're going because of the fact that if you've never stamped your passport before, you need to pay for stamping, and apparently it's 5k. Before we left, they actually came to come and talk to us a bit about some protocols and things we needed to note, and then we started our journey to Benin. Now, the journey to Benin took roughly 3 hours because we left around some minutes to 9 and got there some minutes past 12. So we finally got there. Obviously, there was a lot of problems. You know how those people are now. They will stop you on the road and check your car and etc. But it didn't really take as long as the last time I went to Benin. Anyway, when we finally got to Benin, we did some border protocol and then we started our journey to Togo, which took us another like roughly 2 hours because we got there around some minutes past 2. And then we started our journey from there to the Ghana border. Now that took actually a very short time. It was about 1 hour 30 minutes before we finally got into the Ghana border. And when we finally arrived in the Ghana border, I was already saying, oh God, we're actually gonna make it early because of the fact that it was just 3 when we arrived, like 3:30 when we finally arrived in Ghana. And I was so excited because I thought, oh, we had finally reached our destination. Ghana was the only place where we actually came down from the bus before we even entered into the border because the whole protocol started from outside the border itself, and then you walk in, you have to give them details of where you're going, where you're staying, what you do, things like that. So I think the protocol at Ghana was a lot longer than the other sides. Anyway, then from Ghana we now started our journey down to Accra. Guys, that distance was unnecessary as far as I'm concerned because we left Ghana after the whole protocol and stuff because we did delay a bit there. We left around like 5, and then we didn't get to Accra till like around 8 p.m. in the night, guys. And by the way, by 5 o'clock, that place is already getting dark. I don't know why, but like by 5, it's already getting dark. But anyway, we finally arrived in Accra. We came down at Accra Mall, and then we now had to get to our accommodation. Getting a cab to our accommodation was another problem. But anyway, can I just say, I picked the perfect location for accommodation. Let me give you guys a quick house tour. So this place is actually in Osu. It's a 2-bedroom flat in Osu, right behind KFC. Like literally, once you put your car, like once you come out of the house, you're in front of KFC. It was amazing. And the street itself is like totally, completely, it has everything. Food, drink, bar, club, everything. It was literally perfect. For someone that I think that likes to stroll in the night, it was the perfect place. Now the accommodation itself, extremely neat, everything I saw in the picture was the same thing, and everything was working. They had Netflix on the TV. Oh my God, the ACs were perfect. I love the aesthetics though. That was actually one of the things that really drove me to it. Everything was working, the TV, the hot water, the filtration system, everything was working. It was a neat place. I would not lie, I loved how it was. I loved how it looked. I loved everything about this accommodation, from location to the actual accommodation. The only challenge I had with this accommodation was because of the they had a lot of children as neighbors, so it was a bit loud because obviously people were running around, but we're not at home often enough to really be bothered by it, so it was fine by me. But overall, I think this accommodation was one of the best decisions I made. And aside from that, communication with the accommodation was extremely easy. When I wanted to get the key, they just told me what they asked what time I was coming in, and they gave me the key very easily. When I was about to drop out, they told me exactly what to do, and it was very easy. I was so impressed with this accommodation, and I actually really recommend it. If you're going to Accra and you want to stay in Osu, I'd advise you to actually get this place. It's called Oxford Street House near KFC. It is on Bookings and Airbnb. You can find it on either one. So yeah, we're gonna stop here. Hi people, so I am in Ghana at the moment. I'm in Accra. Today is day 2. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. In our next video, we're going to be showing what we actually did in Accra on the first day. So do not miss it. Like, subscribe, and share.